Hi, I'm Jimmy Blakeney, product designer for Isle, and in this video we're going to talk about our electric pumps, or e-pumps as they're typically referred to. We have two electric pumps now in our collection. The first one here we're going to talk about is our second generation custom 12 volt electric pump. This pump has been updated from our original custom pump, and it's called the 12 volt pump because of the 12 volt outlet that comes with it as standard. So this pump, what's new about it is it has a cool new shape and it has a handle on the side. It's a little bit smaller and more compact. And most importantly, it now features not only the inflate mode, but the deflate mode. And it also goes to 20 PSI instead of previously only 16 PSI. So this is important because some of our newer products, they're higher pressure. You can go up to 20 PSI. So this pump is a great pump for those products. When it comes to compatibility of this pump, if you want to use it in your car or with a power bank, the 12 volt is included. However, we do also sell our power bank, and the power bank is basically a battery with a plug for your 12 volt. So this will plug in and allow you to use the custom pump separate from a vehicle or separate from any other power source. So that's a nice feature, and that's sold separately. The custom pump comes with a removable hose that has multiple adapters. The standard adapter is for all of our high pressure valves, but the other adapters can be used for other products that you may have. So we just include those so that you have the option to use this for other products that you may own that require inflation. This plugs into either the inflate or deflate mode, depending on which one you need. And the reason, by the way, that I'm just going to plug this into the inflate to show you, it's really easy to thread these on. It's a really kind of big, oversized knob, really easy to attach, and I've got it attached to the inflate mode. The reason the deflate mode is helpful and important is because this helps you get all of the air out of your inflatable product, which makes it easier to repack. So that's really where the deflate mode comes in handy. You can certainly deflate it just by hand and roll the air out, but you won't get it all out. You'll get it all out with the deflate mode. So that's why that's a great feature. When it comes to functionality, I'm gonna actually plug this into the power bank. So I plug this in, battery's on, and then I can see with the power, now I've got my screen that lights up. And right now it's flashing, it's on 20 PSI, and now it dropped down to 0 PSI because I haven't changed it. So we have a power button, lower pressure, higher pressure, and I can change the readout from either pounds per square inch, which is PSI, that's the standard unit of measure that we use, or bar. And bar is what typically is used in Europe. So you can change between PSI and bar, and we recommend just using PSI. That's what all of our readings are given in, pounds per square inch. So now once I have it here, I can select by pressing the plus button. I can select which pressure I would like, and if I hold it, it'll go quicker, right? So now I've got it to 15 PSI, and it'll flash, and then it'll stop flashing and go back to 0. Now it's ready to inflate. So once I've done that, I can take my adapter, remove the valve cap on my inflatable, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it counterclockwise and then find the location where it slots into the valve. And then once I do that, I'm going to press down and twist. Now you can see that little gasket. You will get additional gaskets with both of these pumps. These gaskets are just replacements in case they wear out, because that just gives you a proper seal. Once it's sealed, you can actually see on here that it will give you the pressure in your board. If you ever wanted to check what your pressure is in your board, you can do what I just did, and it's going to give you the readout. So this is currently reading 7.48 PSI. Once you do that and it's plugged in, we know it's set to 15. So now I can just hit the power button. And it's going to inflate to the desired pressure. It will stop once it reaches the pressure that you've set this to. Now what you heard there was the high pressure mode, where it's a louder sound. The initial sound is going to be the low pressure motor kicking in, and the fan, that is going to get it initially inflated before it becomes pressurized. You're then going to hear that louder buzzing noise that you just heard once it changes over to the other motor inside this pump, which actually adds the compressed air into the board. So that's how these pumps work. It's a 2-motor pump. Some pumps are only a single motor. This is much faster with the 2-motor pump. That's another difference between this and the original custom. This is a 2-motor pump, so it's gonna inflate much faster. Next, we're gonna talk about our new Deluxe 2-in-1 electric pump. This pump, the adapter that you're gonna need for the valve comes pre-installed. It does come with additional adapters, just like the custom pump, if you want those for other inflatable products you may have. So you can use this pump for those. So I've got this now installed in the inflate side. It does have a deflate side. And I have now my adapter, and this is my valve. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the battery in so that I can show you both methods, either with the battery or of course with these. This is where you're gonna plug in either your 12 volt, this is the 12 volt, and this is the, this is the 110 volt for home use. So you can plug your cord in, use it corded, or you can use it cordless with the battery. Now once you've got it plugged in, on the face of this pump, you have a neutral mode, and then you have the corded mode, and then you have the battery mode. So I'm gonna switch it to battery mode. And now that it's in battery mode, we can see that it's gonna give your display, and you can increase your pressure by pressing on that. So that'll go up again to up to 20. And then once it's there, it'll flash, and then it'll set and go back to 0. That means it's ready to go. So now it's ready to go. I've set it to 18 PSI, and now I can attach this to my valve. Now for the valves, just remember with these valves, there's an up and a down position. It's just a push valve, we call it. So if I push it down, it'll deflate, and if I push it again, the valve pin comes up. You want it in the up position. We explain that here on the valve rim, but just as a reminder. So now I'm gonna take the adapter, I'm gonna rotate it counterclockwise until I find the location that it wants to clip in, and then I'll drop it in and then twist it and secure it. Once I've done this is now very soft. I took all the air out of it. So when I start this, it should start on the low pressure pump, and then it will switch over, and you'll hear that. All right, so I've now just shown you that initial sound being the first motor, and that's called the blower motor, and then the second one is the compressor motor that's going to inflate it to the full pressurization. So that is our Deluxe 2-in-1 pump with the battery that's sold separately, and our new Generation 2 custom electric pump that does also have a power bank that is sold separately, so you can use it with your adapter here to allow you to use either of these separate from a cord. But again, the Deluxe pump comes with the integrated battery that makes it unique. It's also a little bit faster to inflate. So that's the difference really between these two pumps. They're both terrific pumps, and they'll get you inflated and out on the water in no time. So it makes it pretty effortless.